Before we begin, you need to go into your bag and grab your alphabet arc mat. You need to get out your letters, and then you are going to need a dry erase marker. Go ahead and pause the video and grab your items. Now that you have your mat, your letters, and your marker, we're going to go ahead and start. Remember that your mat needs to look exactly like mine. On this side of the mat, you need to have your A, M, N, and Z. Then you take your letters and you dump them out in the middle of your mat. Remember, you need to flip them over so that they're on the correct side. Now that it's on the correct side, we need to begin by putting our letters on the arc. Now we are going to start with our initial beginning sound, and that is A. So you are going to look for your A and put it at the beginning. Then you're going to look for your middle sounds. It's M and N. Remember, you use your left hand for the left side of the arc, and then you switch to your right hand after the N on the right side of the arc. Now we need our last final sound of the alphabet, and that is our Z. Now we are going to do the rest of our alphabet, and remember, we need to stay in alphabetical order when we do our letters on our arc. So we're going to take our left hand, we're going to take our left hand, and after the A, we need to do the next letter and put that on the arc. And then we can find out what comes after the B. And go ahead and follow along or do this on your own, and then check to see if you did it correct. Now that we have our letters on our arc, we need to do our alphabet sounds. Now you need to follow along with me and repeat it after me. A, apple. B, bear. C, cat. D, dog. E, egg. F, fish. G, gate. H, hat. I, igloo. J, jack in the box. K, kite. L, leaf. M, moon. N, nest. O, octopus. P, pig. Q, queen. R, ring. S, sun. T, turtle. U, umbrella. V, vacuum. W, window. X, X-ray. Y, yo-yo. Z, zipper. Our spelling pattern for the week are blends, and they are consonant blends, and the blends have L, R, and S in them. Now, consonant blends can be found at the beginning, middle, or end of the word. And whenever you see a consonant blend, that when you sound it out, you can hear the sounds of both the letters. Now, I'm going to give you a word and you are going to spell it. Remember, we need to make our sound boxes. So you can take your dry erase marker and you can actually write on the mat. It might get a little dirty, but that's okay because it's laminated and it's plastic and we can erase it. Now let's draw our sound box. And for this sound box, we are actually going to need 4 squares. First, we'll do one big rectangle in the middle. And that is okay if it's not perfect, because mine isn't, so that's fine. Now we need to do our lines, and we need to have about 3 lines. And try to get them as equal amounts of space as possible, equally spaced out. Now we have our sound box. Now I'm thinking of a word. And that word starts with an S and it ends with an N. So now that means since our word starts with an S, we need to take our S from the arc and put it underneath the first box. And I gave you another clue. I said it ends with an N. What could the word be? Now I'm going to give you another clue. It has a blend in it. And the blend is sk, sk. So you could hear, with the consonant blend, you can hear both sounds. We have the S, sk, k. That would be a K. And our next sound in the middle, I, I. So what word did we make? Well, let's sound it out and find out. Now, when we sound out each letter, we need to push it up into the box with our finger. N, skin. So our word is skin. Let's try that one more time. N, skin. Now we can see that we have our consonant blend, and our consonant blend is SK. When they're together, they are a blend, but we can hear both the sounds separately, and that is our S consonant blend. Now go ahead and put your letters back up on the arc. Now I'm thinking of another S blend, and this word starts with sw, sw. Did you hear both the sounds sw? What do you think it is? We know it's an S, w, W. What do you think that word is going to be? The middle sound is I. It ends with What sound is that? That's M. So now we're going to sound it out and push it up in our box. Sw, I, swim. Our word is swim, and this is another S blend. S blend with SW, and those are our consonants. Go ahead and put the word back up on the arc. Now the next word we are going to make is another S blend, but it has a silent E at the end. So we are going to put our silent E, our magic silent E at the end, and now we need to listen for the beginning sound. The beginning sound is sp, sp. We know that starts with an S, sp, p, P. Can you guess what that word is? The word is space. So what sounds come after the S and P? Space. That is A and C. Now we're going to sound it out and push it up. Space. And we know that the silent E makes the A say the long A sound. So let's try that one more time, and we leave the magic E there. Let's sound it out. Space. Now let's put the letters back on the arc. The next word we are going to do also has a silent E at the end. So you can go ahead and grab your magic E and put it at the end of your sound box. And it also starts with our S blend. So it starts with the S blend. So go ahead and put the S underneath the first box, and I'll give you a hint as to what comes next. T, st. So it starts with st. What sound should go here? If you said T, that's correct. Now what word do you think it is? Go ahead and tell the camera or tell the screen. Good job. Now the word is actually stove. So what do you think comes next? Stove. That's O, and we have our V. Now let's go ahead and sound it out. And remember, the silent E makes the O have a long O sound. S-t-o-v, stove. Stove. Now go ahead and put it back up on the arc.